You can't be scared of being something. Being something in the beginning is better than not being anything ever at all. You know, it's hard to get the match, and when you're just trading your time. I could literally say in the Holiday Inn, I fuck the middle, but these fuck faces don't listen. Mindset that it is your fault is the game. And if you're capable, you'll be whatever the fuck you want. Los Angeles, great day. Heading first to go see the CEO of Activision. Kind of our first meeting. Know a lot about him through reputation. Bobby's got a great one, and so excited about that conversation. Later go and see media mogul, manager extraordinaire, entrepreneur extraordinaire, Scooter Braun. And I'm looking forward to that. I've known Scooter a long time. He's a diehard Jets fan too, and I love the whole Braun family. His brother Adam is the founder of Pencils of Promise, a board that I'm extremely passionate about. And then a couple other secret meetings, and just a whole lot of phone calls and VaynerMedia stuff, just running the business from a cell phone and some pods. Vlog, about to, I thought I was going to the office. I guess we're not, we're going to a home, looking forward to it. Should be a good meeting, I'll not be filming. What can I talk about? Let's, well, I got a few seconds here with you guys. I'm just gonna look at some tech headlines. Google, YouTube says creators will need 4,000, cryptocurrency, massive decline. Nope, nothing interesting there.
What about Vine 2? You've been talking about that a lot.
The Vine 2 thing.
What's interesting about that execution?
I think it's gonna have a pop from a lot of the Instagram, Snapchat personalities for a second. And then if it's a good product, it'll get going. You know, it's hard to get the match. So many of you struggle with the match. To get the match to start the fire is very, very difficult. And Vine 2 will naturally have that off the hype of what it was and what it became. And don't get it twisted, Vine is the absolute seed that accelerated the influencer movement in the youth culture, along with, you know, it was YouTube, but YouTube was not mobile centric, right? It was desktop centric, Babin. And it was Vine that was the precursor to what we saw on Snapchat, but more importantly, long before Instagram was reacting properly, not copying, reacting. Enough with this copying shit. Look, we copied Snapchat. No, they reacted. Long before Instagram reacted to Snapchat's phenomenon, it first reacted to Vine's phenomenon and created 1-minute video. Instagram was pictures. And a lot of the Vine celebrities went to Instagram, where it was easier to build even a bigger audience and at scale and different demos, not just teenagers. And so Vine has a very important kind of like quick history in kind of the game we're playing right now. And so Vine 2 will be interesting to just see what it does, what the features are. Is it good? Is it bad? You know, MySpace rebooted, it wasn't good enough, and that was it. It had 0.04 of a second. I think Vine has 0.08 of a second. I think you'll see millions of personalities, people with Instagram followers, Snapchat followers, and a lot of my audience that has learned you buy beachfront property. So I think a lot of you will jump on Vine 2 day one and see if you can hit pay dirt and virality and awareness, and so we'll see what's up. Nice, that was very good. Like basically the 5 days I take with my wife every year, where I'm not allowed to have my cell phone, I have to put it in the safe, is when I get the most thinking, as you can imagine, especially by like 6 hours in, I'm like, I'm gonna kill somebody. And like, usually I'll just like sit on the beach and like draw out like priorities, and creating top of the funnel business for LA is number one. I'm really mindful of like getting my energy into here, like even I'm accomplishing what I'm doing here right now. Guys, please ping me if there's anything I can answer for you. All right, have a great day. Text them with me on it. Tell them it's important to me. Hi. A couple of important meetings in LA. That went well. That's good.
Heading to lunch with Scooter Braun?
Heading to lunch with Scooter Braun, yes. You know it's worth our effort to produce a great, super smart, clever video where we got out of pocket but we didn't have to pay for it. You know, James, I'll give you an example.
think Tyler's gonna hop on, but
Okay, then I'll call in the conference. Phil, what I need from you is to project manage the open job descriptions of like interviewing internally and externally. What I think we need to figure out, for my biggest thing that I'd like you to figure out is like how to get those candidates down to the final 2 so that I can meet them and have, or final 3 and have that conversation per job description. Considering you're kind of negotiating for like heavy discount or free, I think we should be able to fill all those positions by the end of February.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys
All right,
are done. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll see you guys
thank
soon.
you.
All right, thank you guys. I'm heading out tomorrow morning. Dude,
I can't believe I see you here in California. How
how are
are
you? Good to see
I've
you.
been following you so long.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's like I sent you actually a pair of the
I know,
eyewear that you make for surfing.
I know exactly what that is. I saw it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I sent it years ago when you were with the Jets
I
and
literally
Quicksilver.
remember it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's so
that's so cool.
awesome, man. So with my company,
Yes.
I built that brand up, selling in 65 countries, doing it
Yep.
all online,
Yep.
all because of Crush It.
Yep.
And I feel like a pussy.
Why?
Now, because I had to go back a year ago and get a regular job.
So?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. So that's why I'm down here in this monkey suit, and it's like
I don't think that's right. I think you're thinking about it wrong. I think you're thinking about it too short term. Like, you could start up again in 24 months of something else, and
So
like, do you know what I mean?
You know what I've been doing? I've been taking care of
Yes.
from all around the world. So
Yes.
these are. I haven't told them that I've gone back to take another
exactly
job,
right.
and I feel like we're in a time to where if I take care of the presence online, so it still looks like $1 million brand online.
I think that's
I should
exactly
be okay.
right.
But yeah, man, I dove back into. And it's
Dude,
like,
dude,
I was
mean,
lucky.
you gotta sometimes take care of whatever the hell you have to take care of. Whether it's
Kids
the bills,
and-
100%,
yeah, that's what
man.
it is.
But
Like
honestly, it's not about that. I think here's how you think about it.
Yeah.
If you think about your 9 to 6 as like you're just sleeping,
It's basically what I'm doing. Like I'm
right.
sleeping through
That's right.
this, and
That's
then in
right.
the evenings. But I mean, I'm getting phone calls today. So the biggest struggle that I'm having then within it is and it was Phil Knight, the Shoe Dog millionaire
Yep.
or Shoe Dog.
Yeah,
You read
Shoe
that
Dog.
story? So he kept going back to be an accountant, and so I was like, you know what? If I got to do that to feed this machine, but what I underestimated was a physical product. Growing a brand just requires capital.
Yeah.
Beyond what I was able to fund on my own, and so
I get that.
So yeah, so in any case,
I think of it as a minor step back, 3 forward. I'm running late for a meeting,
yeah,
but I want
man.
to say
Hey,
hello. Real
hey,
pleasure.
thank you,
You're
thank
welcome.
you. That was
Take care.
great, man. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. You know, whether you fail, whether not achieving something is your fault or not, having the mindset that it is your fault is the game. You know, just sitting and I was writing, this is for a lot of people right now who have managers, you know, and agents. It's so easy to blame your manager for not getting you gigs or making you pop, except if you realize you're the one who chose your manager and you can fire them. It's so easy to say you're not winning because your assistant sucks until you realize you're the one who empowers it. I could think my YouTube thumbnails suck, but I also know that I'm the one who empowers that decision. And as you know, when we debated it, I was like, okay, I'll let you guys do it. And even though I think I'm right, like it's just that. Like if you always think that you're in charge, like if your husband's holding you back, divorce his ass. Or choose, you know, I think we all make choices, but my big thing is if you've made the choice, shut your fucking mouth. Like people that like, well, you've made the choice, but then you also want to just complain about it all day is fucking loser shit. Like, you guys wouldn't care if I said the thing for you to do is to go dance outside. If you go out, I have a funny feeling if I told the 3 of you, go outside right now and dance for an hour and your business will do $48 million in revenue this year, you're gonna say yes. I mean, business people care about their business. And so what I'm telling you is that I'm thrilled to figure out what you guys care about from your business standpoint and deliver. What I care about is putting $25,000 to $50,000 into the pocket of 1 or 2 or 3 of my players who know that they could never get that dollar amount any other place than Vayner Sports. Got it? What's the biggest impact or best thing on your business? Make sense? Bye-bye.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Good to see you.
Good to see
You made it out. You made it out. This is the crew. We're doing some filming as well behind the scenes.
It's great to see you, brother. It's been great to see you lately.
Remember Nick, right?
I know Nick really well.
Good to see you, man. Where's D-Rock? He's not around, huh?
No, we don't like him as much anymore. Babin's just better looking.
Yeah.
All right.
You need coffee or anything, or water?
No, I think I'm pretty. I'll take a water
We
actually.
have still for you. You want some sparkling?
No, this is perfect.
Gary Vaynerchuk in the house.
Hey, brother.
Good to see you, man.
Great to see
As
you.
Always. I think this
Fun
is
to be
the-
back.
This is the third time
Yes.
you'll be on the show. We're about
Second time here.
Second time here.
First time I was in my bedroom, I remember because I just remember it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I've
That's all I got.
interviewed.
I think the biggest reason I'm willing to spit authentic is because I don't think so highly of myself. Meaning I'm not insecure. It's just that like me thinking Nick is not good at something, like business. Forget about photography where who gives a fuck. Like me saying your business stinks, even with all my business things, I still think is just one fucking dude's opinion. I understand it's a solid opinion. I understand that it comes with some heritage and value, but it's still too many great people who've won so much in things have told me I'm not gonna win and then I've won, that I know I'm the same. And so I think one of the reasons I'm willing to spit is like, my opinion's still my opinion and like, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I think what takes everybody to the next level is cutting out dumb shit. I mean like, no question, whether in your training, in your business, in your friendships, do you understand that if every person who's listening right now started to weed off the friend that is bringing the least value, and I mean they're a bad influence, they're bad mojo, they're bad. Like, and bad, I mean, they're just negative. They're a negative person, so they're dragging you down. They're selfish. They have bad habits, like a drug addiction or something. And you don't want to leave them, I want to make sure people when they hear me say this, like, oh, you fucking get rid of your friend. No, just, if you audit your circle of who you spend time with, if you just spent less time with something that is broken, and you added one person that was incredibly valuable, your life would be a lot better. That's just real.
Man.
Such a pleasure, man. Such a
you.
pleasure.
I do. Hunk right there.
Walter.
Walter,
It's
such a
a
pleasure.
She's already inside.
Let's go. I heard about like some guy making a trade and his job was on the line, and so the kid didn't get the play. So much. But like look at your situation, like what I'm so fascinated by, which is like, it's just about getting the at-bat.
Yeah.
Just about getting the at-bat. Or like Jake Delhomme, who got to play in a Super Bowl as a quarterback. If the World League didn't exist for that like 6 years, well then he would have like, he'd be, you know.
You see that again with big folks.
Let me just say hi to my colleagues that are coming.
What about Kurt Warner, right? Kurt Warner was doing grocery bags. He was doing groceries a year and a
What
half.
about what about the receiver in that Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl that had the Patriots not won, he would have been the MVP, and he was working at FedEx like 6 weeks earlier.
Crazy story.
And
on the other side, the corner that made the interception, that was an undrafted free
Yep.
agent. Wasn't even supposed to be in the league, and he ended up being like the same year in the Super Bowl for the Pats.
Same old thing, man. Sure.
Jeff.
Such a pleasure, man. How are things?
These are my savage.
You ready for some savage shit?
I'm always ready, Savage.
So
About 4 years ago, I was touring the U.S. on a tour bus for this hat company. Did 41 states, 175 different retailers, learned all about like retail and et cetera.
Distribution, all that.
Distribution, all that. And found an artist, he wanted me to rep him. I never managed anybody. Gave a piece to Rob Kardashian, he posted on Instagram, got 5,000 followers. Sold a piece a week later for $1,000. Now, Drake.
An artist.
An artist.
Artist, not a rap artist.
No, artist. Now, Meghan Trainor, Snoop Dogg, Drake, Jordan Clarkson, D'Angelo Russell, huge $20,000 paintings, $500,000 probably in top 100. All the emails, 95% of the emails, people couldn't afford the art. So I'm like, wow, huge space in the price point art. So I was like, I don't want to dilute the brand, but also I don't want to limit our upsell. So I was like, yo, let's go 72 hours, drop a limited edition with print. Made 17 grand in 3 days. I was like, wow, huge fucking space for price point art. Where do you get art? You get that bullshit art at IKEA. You don't really know where to get
I know
art.
the whole space.
From an actual talent standpoint, he's the best in the world. He's not even fucking close. From a speed standpoint, I'm talking 5x everybody else.
Yeah, like the way we do shit.
Exactly.
The way I do,
Yes.
like be good and make a ton of it.
And from a work ethic standpoint,
Well, that's the only, by the way, you don't have to say that part because the other part doesn't work without it.
Yeah.
You can't, the reason speed doesn't happen is only two variables, romance and work ethic.
Well, we have a problem. I mean, we got no wife, no kid. Our family is on the West Coast. We're fucking out of our minds with work. And I've never seen, from an artist standpoint, like this motherfucker pushed the pace with me, which I've never had that my whole entire life.
Okay.
So we're 50-50 partners, and basically I own a bunch of
50-50 partners in what?
in Iconic. So this is what we did. So fucking around in 2016, I owned big Instagram accounts. I started bartering. You have $1 million, I have $500,000. I'll post you twice, you post me once. Zero marketing spend. Black Friday of last year, we're like, yo, we can make some fucking money doing this. So then February 27th.
Selling art.
Selling art, but I'm gonna tell you about the actual business. It's fucking crazy. But we keep watching your shit, which we started probably January last year, and you keep saying Facebook. You know, finally we're like, yo, fuck.
Fuck, if he's so good and he keeps saying it, let's fucking see.
Ready for that shit though? February 27th, we go from Squarespace to Shopify. We invest in Facebook. Month one.
I've been trying to tell people, like,
Dude,
I'm.
It gets better.
It gets so much better.
Of course it gets better when you make month one. Shit gets better.
It's getting so good. I'm not even. We're just starting.
Brother. I mean, I don't know how. You know, you're busy, but like, you know, look, it's like I don't know how to explain it more than the way I'm explaining it. Like, it's much like I'm about to become one of the 100 most famous people in this country on this same thesis.
Yeah, it's the same exact. You know what's crazy? No one's listening either. We try and tell people, no one listens.
I know.
No one listens.
That's, by the way, do you know why I give away all my advice for free?
Yeah.
I realize nobody listens.
Yeah.
So like I give away such good advice, but these fuck faces don't listen. So that means I can still get mine, and then people like you are like, do you know how much you guys love me?
Love you. I think that we have a lot of cheat codes that no one knows about.
Yeah, because you're in the trenches.
Yeah, because we're so fucking deep.
The only people that have cheat codes are the people that actually are, like, it's kind of like, if we're using video game terms, you can't know the cheat code unless you're actually burning the bush and realize the key was behind the fucking bush. Like, I was great at Zelda, because all I did was like, it was more fun to me to find which rock to push than beat the fucking game. I'm only about cheat codes. Like, honestly, I will not make the most money because I enjoy too much about the cheat code.
Yeah, I just love fucking.
Some people love to make money. I don't. I like to break shit. And the only way you break shit is you're doing shit that doesn't seem to make any sense in the short term until you're like, why did this rock move? Oh shit, coins! You know? Waiting for my buddy Rohan Oza to come in. I think he should be here any minute. There he is, I see him walking in. Came here for his 40th birthday years ago. We've literally been missing two planes in the night. I haven't seen him in years actually, but communicate with him, he's crushing it. Incredible brand guy, vitamin water, buy 5, just like, you know, unlimited, like a beast, crushes it on Shark Tank, and I'm just fond of him. Looking forward to chopping it up with him. How long ago was that?
Dude, like 100 years ago.
Was that your 40th? This is Babin.
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Was that your 40th?
Is it 40?
I'm fine. And what are you now? 40, 46? Well, you haven't aged.
Yeah, try not to, man.
You figured it out.
I remember the first lunch we had.
Me too.
At down in Gramercy.
Mm-hmm.
We were both like, all right, we're gonna do some things here. And we're gonna do some things together, by the way.
The good news is we have time, but it's really great to like, it just all, you know, it's funny, I said to somebody today, I'm like, you already know who the 39 players are gonna be 20 years, it's actually, so it was probably the reason I've been having a lot of energy to like keep reaching out to you and make this happen, I'm glad we did it, is I was literally walking on the beach and I'm like, you know, I actually know already who's gonna win and who do I like.
Because there's people gonna win that you don't wanna be around.
Correct.
It's very true as
Correct.
well. Correct.
And I'm like, I have to make a better commitment because we're all the same character. The same people that are gonna win are the same character, which is literally we haven't seen each other in like 4 years maybe.
Right.
And it feels like I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've been talking.
Yes, I 100% agree.
So I said to myself, you know what? That's exactly right. I feel the same way about them as they do. It's complete serendipity if you're seeing somebody, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a better job in trying to find more time with people that I wanna see. That's it. Simple as that.
I'm good at the same. I use the word when I did my New Year's post, get balanced. It doesn't mean we slow down. It just means you maybe do less of the small stuff.
That's it.
and more of the bigger stuff, right?
That's right.
It's just about
No, that's exactly right.
Because like you can pack I mean, you do pack your day, but you could just
I pack my day, but literally 31 kids are gonna leave comments on this YouTube vlog about how cool they are, that they're pumped that I introduced, they looked into you and like, oh my God, you're such a boss. And I'm gonna meet with 6 of them, which is amazing. But
yeah,
maybe,
I gotta learn from you on this stuff.
But I might need to meet 2 of them and be able to do like 3, like have this meeting. Literally this meeting is happening right now. If it wasn't, I'd be meeting some influencer on Instagram and some, up and coming hip hop artists, which is great, or a client, or trying to buy Uno from Mattel, or whatever the fuck I'm doing. But I've made a mental list of like 30, 40 guys and girls, and I'm like, I'm gonna triple down on those relationships.
Smart.
Because they're valuable.
Scooter's one of them as well, obviously.
Of course. And that's
Smart guy.
Fucking Scooter's my homie,
yeah.
and I don't think I've seen him in 18 months. Because again, I realized Ashton too, which I didn't pull off on this trip because he had to fly up to San Francisco, but like, I already know who the fucking people are. I know who they are.
It's funny, like Ashton, it's unbelievable. People ask me because we've done stuff together.
Yes.
Like people don't understand how smart that guy is.
I know, well that's because he was a real celebrity before he got smart.
Right, and by the stuff he was a celebrity on, which was like the 70s show, or
And
even the ranch where he's doing
hey dude, where's my car?
Yeah,
No,
I
but
mean, but you
the
know-
public perception was so goofy, but he's
then
so
when I sit
smart.
down
I know.
And have like
The best.
I'm lost in tech conversations with him.
The
because
best.
He's operating at a higher level.
The
than I
best.
am. Like,
The best.
Then you've got grocery where some groceries try and match like an H-E-B.
Yep.
And they work off of a low margin. And others realize they're working off a high margin, so they have high pricing and they do promos to try and... Okay.
That's right.
Costco says you ship direct to me.
Yep.
It's a bulk item. You're not selling
That's
singles.
right. Yep.
Everyone's got their plane.
Yes.
It's like the jungle, right? Lions can coexist, even though they're the strongest. Lions can coexist with gazelle because the gazelles are just.
I totally understand.
Come to mind. Okay. What happens today if you introduced a T-Rex into the jungle?
Well, that's what's happened.
So the T-Rex is eating everything.
The greatest part of that is why the direct-to-consumer business is going to be so important.
Yeah, but what Amazon is doing, the problem is, if they had to operate their business on a profitable basis like everybody else, it'd be a fair game.
That's fine.
But they're making so much money in the left hand, it doesn't matter what they're doing on the right hand. And then they're saying, well, we're going to sell singles or whatever it is, but if your pricing at Costco is this.
My friend, loss leaders have existed for a long time. They just have the most macro fucking loss leader.
He lives in LA?
I don't know. But he's like legitimately.
Do you have a place out here?
No.
Where do you stay?
SLS.
Really?
Yeah. Why? Where do you want me to stay? I'm thinking about, so nice to meet you. Thank you for the hospitality. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
SLS doesn't feel relaxing to me.
I mean, I sleep, I could literally stay in a Holiday Inn. I like walk in, go to sleep, and leave. That's literally where I'm at. Thanks, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Good seeing you.
Great to see you, Ron.
How do you think, like you guys were talking about Ashton at the beginning, how it went from like this goofy thing to being seen as like a whole different monster?
Yep.
Do you think, like it's just natural that you'll be pigeonholed as like one thing? Like how do you?
Well, at that scale.
Force the system to like see you as other stuff. That's one of like is like my personal demons. I'm always scared of like being seen as one thing and not being able to do the other stuff I'm interested in.
If you are it, you are it. If Mark Wahlberg is a movie star, if Dwayne Johnson is a movie star, then they go from being The Rock and from being Marky Mark. If I am a entrepreneurial mogul, I won't be the wine guy. That's all that people call me.
Right.
2009, 10, 11, 12, all I ever heard was, oh, the wine guy? You can't be scared of being something. Being something in the beginning is better than not being anything ever at all. And if you're capable, you'll be whatever the fuck you want.